But Christian's world was to turn upside down when he met the bad boy with a secret past. Enter Saeed.
Saeed.
Hello, Mum.
We've always set up that Saeed was the black sheep of the family.
Your little Saeed was stealing from the company. I challenged him, he admitted it, we argued, and he left.
Saeed, of course, was one of the most trumpeted characters we've ever had on EastEnders.
It's as if Saeed is with me.
People had talked about him.
Saeed.
I took it for Saeed.
Saeed.
Talked about him.
You know how Saeed likes his food?
And talked about him.
Saeed, it's Mum.
When he comes in, at first you think that Zainab's maybe having an affair with someone.
Under the guise of a man called Bob.
It's Bob.
Bob.
Seriously? Zainab would have an affair with a man called Bob?
And his name is Bob.
Yeah.
Only because with an Indian accent it's particularly good. Hi, I'm seeing Bob.
Okay, I expect to see you as previously arranged.
You have to trust her. Trust your wife, Masood.
And she goes off and meets this prized son of hers.
Hi, Mum.
It really showed how much she loves and cares about her son.
When Saeed returned to the square, Masood was understandably quite angry at his return. Hi, Mum.
He knows exactly how you feel, and it is killing him.
You want me down on my knees?
Saeed,
Kiss
come
your
on,
feet?
please.
I'll kiss them. I'll even beg for your forgiveness. Dad, look at me.
You won't get a penny from us.
If you only came to tell me you hated me, you could have used the phone.
Saeed, I don't hate you.
After a bumpy road, Saeed was eventually accepted back into the house of Masood. But everything changed the day he met Christian Clark.
I think Christian and Saeed's first scene in the Masala unit, Christian introduced himself as Christian and I say Muslim. I'm Saeed.
Christian.
Muslim. Nice to meet you.
They shook hands and Saeed commented on the firmness of Christian's handshake.
Manly shake you got there?
Why wouldn't it be?
No reason?
What, gay man, limp wrist? That it?
No, that's not what...
It's really difficult, actually, when you do those scenes, because obviously we kind of knew where the story was going to go, but we were like, don't give it away, don't do anything, don't, you know, plus we were kind of painting Saeed to be, like, straight.
Brother failed to tell me how good-looking the girls were in this part of the world.
I'm Janine.
Yeah, with that hair, I don't think so.
Saeed and Christian have this difficult friendship at first.
I want to know what it is you think of me.
It's against God's will.
They're sort of starting to get along, but there is a bit of tension between the two of them.
You make out like we're mates and then you rip apart everything I stand for. What exactly is your problem, eh?
Christian thinks Saeed is homophobic, but actually Saeed fancies Christian.
This isn't just about religion, is it?
I don't think it crossed anyone's minds that he had this secret life.
We actually filmed a few kisses, from kind of like crazy mad bum-grabbing, hair-pulling, you know, fridge-slapping kiss, to... I think it was probably a nightmare for Mark. but for me, it was actually quite fun.
So his secret's out. But what will his family say? It's time to meet the Masoods. First up, there's Masood Ahmed.
I think essentially Masood is very, very lovable and likeable.
He's the local postie.
Postman's mind is trained like a ninja.
Neighbourhood hunk. Devoted family man.
She's your superior in so many ways, I couldn't even begin to list them. Now get out of my house!
And the perfect husband. OK, apart from that one time.
I'm cooking supper.
Like that?
Well, I can take it off if you like.
But back off, ladies. He's only got eyes for one.
You're a wicked man, Masood Ahmed.
Get a room. Think of the children.
Tamwar! Tamwar, go wake your brother!
Alright, I'm just here.
Oh.
Well, he's definitely geeky. We're talking total techno geek heaven. I can't live without my laptop, Mum.
And the ladies love him. But Tamwar had a secret of his own.
What your father is trying to ask you is if you're gay.
Gay?
Tamwar's gay.
Surely not another one.
No.
Are you sure?
I'm definitely not gay.
Oh no, it's far bigger than that. He's a stand-up comedian.
Now my parents think I'm a sexual deviant. Now I've just got to convince a girl of the fact. I'm Tamwar Masood. You've been great. Thank you and good night.
Next up, meet the daughter, Shabnam Masood.
She's obviously a modern, young, British Asian girl.
Right, tonight I pull.
Just your average East End girl, really. Shabnam was a postmistress by day, pole dancer by night. She left the square to find herself in Pakistan, but she still calls.
Hello? Shabnam, hello?
Zainab Masood.
Zainab.
This matriarch of the Masood family has to juggle matchmaking,
If it was left up to you, you'd never find yourself a man.
gossiping, and judging the neighbours.
I'm not the one so desperate I've got to wash out my tenants.
I think the biggest compliment I've ever received from anyone in the public is when this woman said to me, "My husband throws things at the screen when you come on." And I said, yes, I've done my job.
Zainab's been making friends all over the square since day one.
That'll do nicely, thank you.
Shirley needs a decent haircut and a good man. Bianca is a loud-mouthed, gobby woman. She needs a slap.
But what about her daughter?
Oh, little Tiffany, push her off my wall. Jane. I don't like her. Christian. I can't believe I even said his name. Don't even go there.
EastEnders is supposed to reflect Britain's true cultural life, and it's been glaringly obvious to me for a couple of years that the show wasn't entirely fulfilling that function. So 3 years ago, Diedrich and I sat down and we decided what it needed was a big Muslim family right at its heart.
Well, the Masood family all began when I met Nina Wadia.
Then they told me about the character. She sounded like a really funny, bolshy woman, and I was very excited at the thought of playing her.
Are you all right, Mrs. Masood?
Masood.
We just kind of created her as, Mrs. Masood, the bossy postmistress.
Anything interesting?
And pretty quickly we knew, even before she'd been on screen, we knew we were onto something, so we created the daughter.
Hello.
And then a bit later, Masood and Tamwar. And before the audience realised, the Asians had moved onto the square.
But one member of this family is destined to tear them apart. Torn between his religion and sexuality,
Saeed
has had to wrestle with his demons.
There are expectations. I have a responsibility to my wife, to my family, to my faith.
I think for us to understand Saeed, we need to understand his religion. If he wasn't a devout Muslim, this whole thing of falling in love with Christian would, I think, be pretty straightforward. He would never have got married to Amira. He would never have got engaged to Amira. He probably wouldn't even gone out with her in the first place. He'd just be with Christian, and that would be that.
I love you.
It would have been really easy to just have Saeed rejecting his religion and thinking, I am gay, I cannot be religious anymore. But actually, we wanted the story to be real, and for Saeed, his religion is a massive part of who he is.
I'm a good Muslim, and good Muslims don't do what we do.
I think Saeed's desperate for somebody to understand him, and to understand him from the point of view of his faith as well, which is why he visits the Imam.
The person I have feelings for isn't a woman.
Saeed